This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
A Soap Lake woman who broke down barriers and paved the way for women in country music passed away at the age of 95 on Sunday.
After Buck Estes moved to L.A., he had to explain the town that he'd come from. Like, a lot.
Researchers working with the State Department of Fish and Wildlife plan to fly a drone over pygmy rabbit reintroduction sites in Grant and Douglas counties.
The boys and girls of the Tigers basketball teams have been having different seasons, but both are currently pursuing spots in the postseason.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
A Soap Lake woman who broke down barriers and paved the way for women in country music passed away at the age of 95 on Sunday. A resident performer at the former Businessmen's Club in Soap Lake, the Seattle-born country music star Bonnie "Guitar" Buckingham performed on a far greater stage many moons ago.
Dark moon, away up high up in the sky, oh tell me why you've lost your splendor.
Few female artists turned music executives cleared hurdles like she did. All eyes were on Bonnie after the release of her hit Dark Moon. The song soared to 6 on the U.S. charts in 1957, and the tune took her into the national spotlight, performing as a pop sensation on The Ed Sullivan Show in June of 1957. Guitar began touring with other artists, including the Everly Brothers, Gene Vincent, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Soon after stardom, Guitar started Dolton Records. Guitar's label produced Billboard-topping bands like the Fleetwoods and the Ventures. After taking on an administrative role, Guitar continued to record her own music with some success, but they weren't considered marquee tunes by Billboard standards.
French boutique, things unique, mind's breeze, and honey on the moon. Light my way, old evening star, while I strum my old guitar.
As life slowed down for Bonnie and her husband, she relocated to Soap Lake, where she performed locally from the mid-90s on.
Oh, I don't know how to stop. I really don't know how to stop. If you look around me, everything here is music. It's some kind of music. I just have to tell you, I go to sleep thinking about music, and I wake up thinking about music. And to perform, I don't know to what level I have to keep myself, but I hope I'm at a high enough level. It seems maybe it's working right now, and as long as that I can do it, I want to do it. That's how I feel.
In 2014, the state of Washington declared Bonnie as a state treasure, and the flag was flown over the state capitol in her honor.
This is to certify that the accompanying flag of the state of Washington has been flown over the state capitol building in Olympia in honor of Bonnie "Guitar" Buckingham.
Bonnie had been suffering from congestive heart failure and passed away on Sunday, leaving many in mourning. Bonnie is gone, but the memory of who she was and the music she made will never be forgotten. I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News. This segment is brought to you by...
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
After Buck Estes moved to L.A., he had to explain the town that he'd come from. Like, a lot.
Hey, what does your hat say? Is it Twist?
Oh no, it's Twisp, as in Twisp, Washington.
I've been having to do it almost my whole life. Then I had to go into like what it meant, and it was like from the town I grew up in, and so having to do that so often, I was like, well, let's just make a video about it.
Sounds like a magical kingdom.
That's 'cause you made it up.
Buck, who's 36, grew up in Twisp and moved to Los Angeles in 2007. He works in the hotel industry, but for the last few years he's been pursuing acting roles in commercials and TV, and making videos of his own. The latest, Twisp is Real, a Valentine of sorts to his old hometown.
Twisp is south of Seattle, right? I love rain.
No, actually, Twisp is 5 hours from Seattle.
So then it must be near Spokane.
And it's 3 hours from Spokane.
The ideas for my videos usually just come from my own life, like situations I find myself in, awkward moments most of the time, and then I just kind of exaggerate them as I write it and make the video.
Hold on, it's by that place where they make all the apples.
Right.
Yakima!
No.
Buck recruits friends, many of them fellow actors, to help shoot his scripts, usually with comedic intent. Twisp is Real turned out to be a hit with viewers in the Methow Valley and elsewhere.
Looking back now, I think anyone who's lived in a small town can probably relate it to it.
It also goes to show how bad Americans are at geography.
Do you mean Canada?
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Researchers working with the State Department of Fish and Wildlife plan to fly a drone over pygmy rabbit reintroduction sites in Grant and Douglas counties. Flights will occur before the end of February in the Beasley Hills in Grant County and portions of the Sagebrush Flat Wildlife Area in Douglas County. Officials say the flights will happen from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and will depend on the presence of adequate snow on the ground and suitable flight conditions. The drone flights are designed to test drone capabilities and effectiveness for tracking pygmy rabbit distribution and numbers in snowy conditions. Researchers will also use the drone to help determine the survival rate of the reintroduced rabbits. The pygmy rabbit is the smallest rabbit in North America. A captive breeding program was initiated by Fish and Wildlife and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service in 2001 with the intent of eventually reintroducing the rabbits into the wild. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
The boys and girls of the Tigers basketball teams have been having different seasons, but both are currently pursuing spots in the postseason. The girls team is holding on to the number 7 seed in the conference with a 4-9 conference record. With a sweep over Toppenish, the Lady Tigers are in good shape to study the course and make it into districts. The story of the Tigers this season has been their defense. Despite their record, the Tigers have the 3rd best scoring defense in the conference. The Tigers haven't allowed more than 61 points scored on them all season, and that includes high-powered offenses such as Sela and Kashmir. The boys team has seen more success with a conference record of 7-6. Back-to-back losses to Wapato and Sela makes this team look worse than it is, as the team was competing among the top of the CWAC for most of the season. It's not an unrealistic goal for this team to win out and finish 12-6 in the conference. Even if the Tigers drop their match to Ellensburg this Tuesday, an 11-7 conference finish is very much in their reach. The Tigers next play at Ellensburg Tuesday night. They won't return home until next Friday, January 25th, when they host Quincy. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.